Hello friends, good morning. So today, after quite long time, I am again starting this question solving recording a video on question paper solving. So you can see this question paper belongs to lecturers for non-government aided colleges of Odisha. Right, you can check the playlist. I think 2-3 videos on the same paper solving questions that will help you for your PGT TGT preparation in geography for the upcoming examinations of EMRS or etc. So let's see the questions one by one. There are total 165 questions, so the number of questions are very quite large, and I will try to cover them in one video if possible. But one thing here to note, if you completely watch the video, we will get almost from every sections of our geography you will get a questions, and definitely it will help you in your preparation to understand the question types. And though it is a question paper for assistant professors examinations, but yeah, you can practice the questions to boost your preparation of any level. Okay, let's start with the first question. What drives plate tectonics? तो डेफिनेटली प्लेट टेक्टोनिक्स किस लिए, जो फोर्स है प्लेट टेक्टोनिक्स के पीछे, द फोर्स बिहाइंड द प्लेट टेक्टोनिक्स इज द थर्मल कन्वेक्शन कारण थ्योरी, आर्थर होम्स. नेक्स्ट सेकंड क्वेश्चन, व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट इज ट्रू? व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट इज ट्रू? द लिथोस्फीयर कंटेन्स द crust contains the lithosphere, both lithosphere and crust are the same, and lithosphere and the crust are two separate layers of the earth. तो crust जो है डेफिनेटली लिथोस्फीयर में बिलोंग करता है, क्योंकि it includes the crust as well, lithosphere, right? So it is the upper mantle that is called asthenosphere, including the crust we called both as lithosphere. Okay, next third question, earth's crust is broken into many tectonic parts called plates. You can see that a question level is not that hard, so definitely it will be helpful for your PGT TGT preparation, because it is not that kind of difficult question. So these questions can come in your examination also. Convection currents takes place in the inner core? No. Next option, the mantle, the crust and the outer core. So definitely convection currents takes place in the mantle. Next question, which of the following statement is true? Uppermost layer of the earth is hotter than its intermediate layer below. No. Some plates are mobile while others are fixed. No. Volcanic eruptions originate from inner core. No. Sial and Sima together form Earth's crust. So I think this statement is the correct statement. Sial and Sima together form the Earth's crust. D. Definitely maybe I miss some points, or I may mark wrong answer, so be cautious. Okay, watch very carefully, cautiously, and also if I made a mistake, do let me know in the comment section. I will really appreciate your efforts. Next question 6, the Moho discontinuity separates. So we in the first video we already discussed that CMRGL, this technique for discontinuity, Conrad, Moho, Rapiti, Gutenberg and Lehmann. So Moho, that means second one. So it is between, there is a crust, सियाल एंड सीमा के बीच में एक है, देन क्रास्ट हो गया तो क्रास्ट एंड मेंटल के बीच में है, तो दिस इज कॉल्ड मोहो विजुक्ति, राइट. सेकेंड डिसकंटिन्यूटी, देन अपर मेंटल, लोअर मेंटल एंड कोर and inner core, outer core. So this is the total, you can see total, this is सियाल एंड सीमा के बीच में एक है, तो 1 2 3, 4, 5. Total 5 discontinuities are there. So more discontinuity is located between the crust and the mantle. Question number 7. Given below are Pratt's views on isostatic balance. Find out the correct option. Isostatic balance of Pratt's view. So uniform density of crustal material. Taller landmass has higher density. Inverse relationship between height and density. Columns projected down into the astrosphere depending upon the properties of the column. Actually I get confused again and again with this Pratt and Airy concept. So let me check once and I will come back soon. Okay, so definitely I note down the points and all. I revise and make notes whenever I solve this type of question paper. So when I solved this for the first time, I took some note, and here I noted down that Airy said, isostatic has two main proponents, that is Airy and Pratt. So Airy said uniform density with varying thickness. Uniform density with varying thickness. Density is same. But Pratt said no, there is inverse relationship between height and density. Taller the landmass, lesser the density. So given below are Pratt's views on isostatic balance, find out the correct option. So option C here is the correct option, because it is saying there is inverse relationship between height and density, and Pratt said that yes, taller the landmass, the lesser the density. Okay, shorter the landmass, higher the density. So definitely there is he noted an inverse relationship between height and density. Next come to the question number 8. At convergent plate boundaries where oceanic and continental crust meet, no associated volcanism occurs. Oceanic crust is subducted, continental crust is subducted, oceanic crust is created. So at convergent plate boundaries where oceanic and continental crust meet, definitely oceanic crust is subducted because that is the denser one. Now what is a sealed volcano made of? So sealed volcano is made of, I think, acidic lava. So I forget this, फिर से देखना पड़ेगा. Walter Penck held the view that uplifting and denudation of a landform takes place. Walter Penck, डेविस की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर, पेंक की बात कर रहे हैं. At the same time, yes, at the same time, Davis said that first upliftment will take place and then the degradation will take place. But Penck said no, it occurs at the same time. Upliftment and erosion occurs at the same time. Now question number 11. Diastrophism refers to a force that diastrophism is both rapid and slow movement. Diastrophism. Really? So I am extremely sorry. Diastrophism refers to a force that is not both and rapid and slow movements. So here I am taking a note from Khullar's physical geography book. Here it is written that diastrophism includes the folding, faulting, uplift and a depression. These are the diastrophic forces. Folding, faulting, uplift and depression. These are the diastrophic forces, and these forces act very slowly and their effect becomes visible after thousands of years, right? So definitely diastrophism refers to a force that is slow movement. Option number C is the correct answer here. Next, move to the question number 12. Consider the following statements and find the correct answer from the codes given after the statements. Okay, epirogenic movements do not bring any changes in the horizontal rock strata. Now epirogenic, vertical have E, V के after V it has E. So epirogenic is vertical movement, do not bring any changes in the horizontal rock strata. And then option B, forces of tension work horizontally but in opposite direction. Yes, rift valleys with steep parallel walls along the fault are called Horst. Rift valleys with steep parallel walls along the fault are called as horst. Okay. Statement number D. Orogenic movements bring a lot of disruptions to the horizontal layer of strata. Orogenic movements, that means horizontal movements, bring a lot of disruptions to the horizontal layer of strata. I think this is correct, no? So D is correct. But horst is like, what is horst? Horst is this one, horst, right? Suppose so, yeah. And like this, the upper portion is called horst. I made a mistake in the diagram also. Okay, so like this, a rock was there, and then middle portion was uplifted, right? So this is called horst, no? And the lower portion is called graben. Now here it is, what is saying? What is saying here? Rift valleys with steep parallel walls along the fault are called as horst. Of Rift Valley, I think I have to check this again. Forces of tension work horizontally, tension, but in opposite direction. Yes, B is true also. And epirogenec movements, that is vertical movements, do not bring any changes in the horizontal rock strata. I think this is also correct, no? So I think option A, B, D and correct. I mean option C is the correct answer here. Do let me know in the comment section if I am wrong. Okay, next move to the 13th question, number 13. An example of intrusive igneous rocks is. So intrusive igneous rocks is granite. Okay, intrusive igneous rock is granite. I actually noted down in app by taking screenshot of web results, but I am saying that if I did not revise it, there is no use of collecting those snippets, because I solved it and I searched it on the internet. I checked the details as well, but I forgot. Definitely I did it almost 7-10 days ago, and I didn't revise it once, not even once, so please, I mean I am not doing and I am giving you advice, so sorry for that, but I am saying to myself that I need to revise, okay, or else I am forgetting. Now fundamental difference between weathering and erosion is. Fundamental difference between weathering and erosion, this is very easy. Weathering occurs in place whereas erosion involves movement to a new location. This is true. And weathering involves chemical changes while erosion involves only physical changes. No, because the corrosion, corrosion, corrosion is a form of erosion that occurs, chemical erosion, form of chemical erosion. No difference between the two processes. No, the factors involved are drastically different. So definitely option A is the correct answer, that is weathering occurs in place whereas erosion involves movement to a new location. Question number 15. Mushroom rock landforms are produced by the action. Mushroom rock, definitely air, action of wind. Okay, wind, not air. Then 16. Tsunami refers to series of waves caused by earthquake. Type of Japanese rock? No. A kind of cyclonic development? No. Japanese earthquake? No. So option A is the correct. And narrow valley with steep sides is known as. Narrow valley with steep sides, okay, is known as canyons. Definitely. An isolated hill or mountain rising abruptly from a plain is known as. A isolated hill or mountain rising abruptly from a plain is known as Inselberg. Because other options can't be here. I think Inselberg, pediment. If pediment is also there, then it can create a confusion. So Inselberg here is the correct option. Now question number 19, the Pacific Ring of Fire is associated with volcanoes, earthquakes, or mid-oceanic region Pacific Ocean. So Pacific Ring of Fire is associated with volcanoes and earthquakes, no? Yes, because it is circumferring the whole entire Pacific Ocean, and mid-ocean reach in Pacific Ocean is in the middle, so option D can't be true. So Pacific Ring of Fire is associated with volcanoes and earthquakes. Question number 20, which one of the following is a topographic feature of a karst topography formed in the surface, that is stalactites and stalagmites. It is under the caves, okay, within a caves, and caverns is same. When a cave is large, then it is called as caverns. So swallow holes is the form of topographic feature that forms on the surface. Now when magma is deposited in a wave-like form, it is called as wave-like form, that is called, no, seal is not, I think this is seal, this is dike, na? Seal is horizontal, dike is vertical, so seal can't be true. Now lapolith, laccolith, phacolith. So I think phacolith is the correct answer here. Okay, phacolith gets deposited in a wave-like form. Okay, it has a very good diagram, but I cannot fetch it right now, so I have to check it again. Now 22, a series of sharp irregular rock crests separated from one another by deep grooves formed up by erosional work of wind is known as. A series of sharp irregular rock crests separated from one another by deep grooves formed by erosional work of wind is known as geogene. Okay, now here you can get confused between geogene and yardang, so please do check the difference between the two and everything related with it. So basically yardang forms when there is placement of soft and hard rock beds, you know, alternatively in a vertical direction, and geogene is, I think, horizontal direction it is on. So there is some difference like that rock structure, and we get two different types of topography, that is geogene and yardang. Next, move to the biodiversity part. So biodiversity increases towards equator. Definitely that is the true answer. Most important organisms for an ecosystem are the herbivores, green plants, protozoa, carnivores. Definitely green plants here is the most important, because everyone is dependent on the green plants because they are the only producer. Now the soil that develops in situ above parent bedrock is known as again I forgot it. I think this was embryonic soil. In situ above parent bedrock is known as, I need to check it again. Okay, next move to the question number 26. Which of the following trophic level is occupied by the herbivores? Definitely the second trophic level is occupied by herbivores. What happens to the amount of energy in an ecosystem passing from one trophic level to the other? It decreases. Ramsar convention is associated with wetlands. Which type of soil has the maximum water retention capacity? So again here I think red soil will be the right answer, but I did not get any specific answer on this question ki water retention capacity or soil types and their water retention capacity table like this. So I did not get such anything like that. What's going on? It's not working. Oh yeah, working. Okay, sorry for that. Let's move to the question number 30. Incorrect answer from the given options. Okay, incorrect one. Many animals are part of more than one food chain. Yeah, true. Food pyramids show the gain of energy from one trophic level to another. True. Decomposition is the breakdown of organic waste and dead organisms. True. Energy flow in an ecosystem is the transfer of energy from one organism to another. This is also true. So what is the wrong answer? I think I read some statement wrongly. Okay. Food pyramids show the gain of energy from one trophic level to another. Many animals are part of more than one food chain. And decomposition is the breakdown of organic waste at and dead organisms. And energy flow in an ecosystem is the transfer of energy from one organism to another. I think this is the incorrect, because we don't say that energy flow in an ecosystem is the transfer of energy from one organism to another. We say it as one trophic level to another trophic level, right? So I think option D is the correct answer, and if I am wrong, please do let me in the comment section. Which of the following statements is not a characteristic of biomes? So biomes are strongly influenced by rainfall or precipitation and temperature. Yeah. Biomes are small in geographic size, not covering vast distances. No, this is the wrong statement. Option B. So biomes are strongly influenced by the factor of latitude. Examples of biomes include tropical, rainforest, tundra. So I think option B is the mostly wrong here, right? Not a characteristics of biomes. Biomes are usually large areas. Okay. Then which of the following statements is or are correct? Ecological footprint is the minimum area of land required to completely sustain life of an individual or a population. Yes. Chipko movement was an ecological movement aimed at protecting trees and forest. True. Wetlands are defined as geographical areas receiving excessive rainfall. No, not true. Ecological succession refers to orderly sequence of change in the vegetation of an area over time. So I think option A, B and D are correct. Is there any option like, yeah, there is only A, B and D are correct. Read it once again. Ecological footprint. So you should clear this. You can check this concept once again. What is ecological footprint? And Chipko movement, definitely it was about protecting trees and forest. No confusion on that. And wetlands are not receiving excessive rainfalls. And so you can read the definition of wetland. And what is ecological succession. So you are getting three concepts here. Pause the video and do a search on these three concepts: ecological succession, wetland and ecological footprint. That's the only way you can get benefit from such type of videos, because just watching and listening won't help. I am recording this video. I can record, I can tell you the exact answer, but I am recording this video to see how much I can recall, and it giving me a satisfaction that I am sharing something good to the people, because I did not find such videos on internet that is analyzing question papers, actual question papers, and I don't know why I did not getting the NVS, KVS and EMRS, these educational bodies, the exams conducted by them. I am not getting their question paper. So if you have any clue how to get them, do let me know in the comment section. Okay, next move to the question number 33. Which of the statement about slash and burn type of cultivation is not true? Okay, so you can see enhances soil erosion, only paddy is cultivated, responsible for deforestation, is primitive subsistence type of agriculture. Not true. Okay, so definitely it is a primitive subsistence and responsible for deforestation. Yeah, that is true also. And enhances soil erosion, to some extent it also enhances soil erosion, but they are more sustainable rather than our modern cultivation, you know. So I think only paddy is cultivated. No, only paddy, they don't just eat paddy or rice, right? So they cultivate many much things, much more things. So I think this option C is not, sorry, option B is not true. Question number 34. A low pressure belt near the equator where the trade winds of the northern and southern hemisphere come together is known as intertropical convergence zone. इसमें कोई confusion नहीं होना चाहिए. Which one of the following is not an effect of climate change? Okay, so lower life expectancy of the population, not an effect. Yeah, for climate change, life expectancy can be affected. Increased salinization of coastal land. Yeah, that can be also true. I think global warming. Yeah, and decreasing coastal wetlands. Option D. So not an effect of climate change. So if you analyze that, climate change can affect more to the option B, C and D. Okay, because lower life expectancy of the population is not directly related to the climate change, I think. What do you say? Do let me in the comment section, because this type of questions we cannot get a direct answer easily, but we have to think on it. Okay, we have to analyze it. Which of the following is not an effect of climate change? Increased salinization of coastal land. Definitely global warming is the effect of climate change. Okay, now the salinization of coastal land, if there is a climate change, like the uh, lakes that are getting evaporated, water getting evaporated, they are become more salty, so it will increase the salinization. If the climate become hot, then the water will be evaporated and ocean will be more saline. And decreasing coastal wetlands, uh, this can also happen. If climate getting hotter, the water will be evaporated and the wetland in coastal areas will decrease. But life expectancy, we can't have any direct relation. Definitely there is a relation, everything is related to everything else, there is a quote like this. So yeah, question number 36, temperature anomaly refers to decrease of temperature with altitude. No, that is called normal lapse rate. Increase of temperature with altitude, that is called inversion of temperature. Departure from a reference value or long term average. Yes, so option C is the correct. That is called temperature anomaly, means departure from a reference value or long term average. Now question number 37, when two air masses are unable to push against each other, the type of front that develops is a stationary front. Which one of the following is not a direct influence on climate change? Not a direct influence on climate change. Not a direct influence on climate change. The earlier question was effect of climate change. This is an influence on climate change. That means you can say the cause of climate change. So global warming, definitely this is not the cause of climate change. Yeah, this is a cause of climate change. Greenhouse gas emission, population growth, methane from rice paddies and dairy farming. I think population growth is not a direct influence on climate change. Very indirect. Now 39, which one of the following is a correct order of layers of atmosphere? इसका क्या करना है, छोड़ो. Which of the following is are true? Ozone layer is found in troposphere. No, aeroplanes fly in stratosphere. So option B is true only, na. Now the cold and dense downslope wind blowing from the mountain slope during the night is called katabatic wind. Okay, katabatic wind. So you can clear this concept about katabatic and anabatic wind, and collect some examples of this type of winds, because I got a question on anabatic or katabatic wind in UGC net and I made the answer wrong. Okay, now in which of the following temperatures increase with increasing altitude? Definitely temperature increase with increasing altitude, there is stratosphere. Okay, because in troposphere it decrease, mesosphere it decrease, so only stratosphere where temperature increases with altitude because of the presence of ozone gas. Which one of the following is not a form of precipitation? So dew is not a form of precipitation. No. Fog is not a form of precipitation, no? Oh, again get confused. I need to check this fact. What is not a form of precipitation? The name roaring 40 is associated with definitely westerlies. Westerlies are also known as anti-polar wind. Yeah, anti-trade wind. Definitely it will be anti-trade wind, I think. Westerlies are also known as anti-trade wind. Then Mediterranean climate is characterized by dry summer and wet winter. And which of the following statements is or are true of periodic winds? Periodic winds blow at regular intervals. Periodic winds, yes. Monsoon is also periodic winds. Then periodic winds are winds changing their directions periodically with a change in season. True. Westerlies are examples of periodic winds. No, westerlies are permanent winds. So A and B are true. Right? A and B, option B. Following statements are made about the characteristics of jet streams. Find the incorrect one. Made about the characteristics of jet streams. Okay, relatively narrow bands of strong wind in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Yes, winds blow from east to west, but the flow often shifts to the north and south. Jet stream, east to west, or west to east. I think jet stream west blows from west to east. Then follow the boundaries between hot and cold air and are the strongest for both the northern and southern hemisphere in winters. So made about correct and incorrect. Definitely option B is the incorrect because jet stream direction is from west to east, है ना? Okay, do check once the direction of jet stream. The shapeless clouds that bring rain for longer period of time is called stratus clouds. Air mass have the following characteristics except one. Identify it. So large body of air whose properties of temperature and humidity are similar in any horizontal direction. Yes, they acquire their characteristic temperature and moisture as they move slowly to other areas away from source region. This is also true. Are formed when air stagnates for long periods of time over uniform surface. This is also true. Cold air masses originate in polar regions. I think option B is the wrong here because they acquire their characteristic temperature and moisture as they move slowly to other areas away from source region. Actually, when they move from their source region, their characteristics gets modified, not acquired. They acquire the characteristics at the source region. So the air mass which is originating in the polar region, it's becoming cold, and when it moves to the towards the equator, it coming hotter and hotter, and then air mass will dissipate like that. Okay, so I think option B will be wrong here. And the discovery of fossils of tropical organisms such as palm trees in Antarctica indicates that the fossils reached Antarctica from a warmer area. No, the entire earth used to be much colder than it is now. No, Antarctica used to be much warmer than it is now. So option C is the correct answer. 52. Find out the correct statements from the codes given after the statements. So here it is, codes are given. Okay, now temperate cyclones in general cover smaller area compared to tropical cyclones. No, temperate cyclones are actually larger. Temperate cyclones move from east to west. Temperate cyclones move from east to west. Temperate cyclones move from east to west. Oh, I need to check it. Tropical cyclones invariably originate in larger water bodies, whereas temperate cyclones can originate on both land mass and water. Yes, this is the correct. So option C is correct here. And B is correct. B and C B can be correct. Do check once. Okay, temperate cyclones move in which direction? The capital letter C in Köppen's classification of world stands for. Wow, this is the most difficult topic I feel because every time I read I make a mnemonic and then I can forget it. I also made the video is also there in the on classification mnemonic. By the way, I think K is the polar climate, sorry, C पूछा है तो A B C. The capital letter C in Köppen's classification of world stands for okay, I need to check it. Okay. Then pelagic ocean deposits are found mainly on pelagic ocean deposits are mainly found on deep sea plains and deep seas. Pelagic ocean deposits. Forgetting. Which one of the following influence ocean salinity? Land, wind, river, ash from the volcanoes. Following influence ocean salinity, definitely the river, because if river water is more, the salinity will be less. Gulf Stream is an ocean current associated with Gulf Stream. Gulf Stream. Oh, in which ocean? So Gulf Stream is in the North Atlantic Ocean. 57. Which of the following statements here are true? Labrador current is a cold current. Yes, true. Kuroshio current is an Atlantic current. Kuroshio. The Peru current flows along the east coast of South America. I think Peru current is in west coast of South America, na? Okay, let me check once. Okay guys, so I took help of Atlas, school Atlas, Oxford ka, and definitely Labrador current is a cold current and Kuroshio current is in Atlantic current. No, Kuroshio, OSCO, these currents are located in the Pacific Ocean, and OSCO is a cold current, Kuroshio is a warm current. Now Peru current flows along the east coast of South America. No, it is in the west coast of South America, Humboldt or Peru current. So option B and C are wrong. Now there is no option A and D, so only A is true. And I am saying this because Mozambique current is not shown in this Atlas, so I have to check it on my mobile on Google, but I can't close this. I can close the window, but I am not doing that right now. So do check, or else we can eliminate that only A is true. Okay, so, but do confirm please कि Mozambique current is a cold current or warm current. Next, which one of the following ocean deposits is not correctly matched? Sand is a terrigenous material. Silt clay is a volcanic product. Calcareous plant remains, organic remains. Red clay, pelagic deposit. Not correctly matched, right? So silt clay is not a volcanic product, na? Silt clay. I think option B is the correct here. Salinity becomes one of the factors for forming. Waves, tides, no. Ocean currents, yes, ocean currents. 59. Now 60. The lowest point on a wave is called trough. Animals that live on the bottom of the ocean are known as benthos. Okay, so if you search it, you will get a very good article, I mean image from Wikipedia, so do note that. All the following features of the ocean indicate tectonic activity except, so this abyssal plains, I think, right? All the following features of the ocean indicate tectonic activity except ट्रेंचेस, मिड ओशन रीजस, यहाँ पर तो टेक्टोनिक एक्टिविटी होता ही है, तो ऑप्शन ए एंड डी इनमें से कोई होगा. सी माउंट्स एंड एबिशल प्लेन्स. I checked it in detail, but I forgot. Okay, so I'll check it again. What happens to the ocean as depth increases as you go deeper? That so it's increasing depth, there is a decrease in temperature, and as well as there is an increase in pressure. So A and C are correct. Now the Pacific Ocean has maximum oceanic trenches because it is the largest ocean. No, it represents major subduction zone. Can be. The ocean floor in Pacific is the deepest. Yeah, that is true, but it consists of many oceanic plates that move against each other. So I think option D here will be the correct answer. I don't know exactly. 64. Okay. Now 65. So small isolated reefs that grow up from the open bottom of the island platform or continental shelf are known as patch reefs. So I made a short video on this. The small isolated reefs that grow up from the open bottom of the island platform or continental shelf are known as patch reefs. We usually read barrier reef, fringing reef, atoll reefs, but I read first time for the patch reef. So the purpose of this kind of papers analysis is, the main purpose is this, and the revision, the revision. Okay, now which of the following statements is true? Coral reefs characterize all oceans of the world. All oceans don't have coral reefs, na? Coral reefs grow in shallow tropical waters. Yes, coral reefs can grow in fresh and salt water. फ्रेश वाटर आई थिंक नहीं होते कोरल रीफ, थोड़ा सैलिनिटी चाहिए. कोरल रीफ्स आर built up from ocean sediments. No, so option B is true here. Now mongoloid ray stock is largely concentrated in, mongoloid is in Asia, I think. Mongoloid racial stock is largely concentrated in Asia. We check it. Then tribes and habitat. So pygmies located in equator, Bedouins desert, Eskimo tundra, Kyrgyz mountain. Bedouins Arabs, that is desert definitely, and Eskimos in tundra region, and pygmies is in equator because it is African tribe. So Kyrgyz will be mountain. So is there any option? Pygmies is in equator. Okay, so 3, yes, 3, B and D can be, and B is Bedouins is desert, so 1. So 3, 1, 2, 4. Eskimos tundra, Kyrgyz mountain. Yes, option D is the correct answer. Carefully read the two statements given below. Occidental cultural realm has negligible Christian population. No, actually Occidental cultural realm, that means European countries have Christian population. So this is wrong. Traditional values are nearly absent in Occidental cultural realm. This is true. So option A is incorrect, but B is correct. Option C is the correct answer here. Migration is an important factor in changing age composition. Yes. Changing sex composition. Yes. Inducing high birth rates. Not actually. Diffusing culture and information. So A, B and D is the correct here. Yeah, I think option C, A, B and D correct here. Inducing high birth rates, I think this is not the direct result of migration, because migration is gender specific. Okay, I mean there was a term like that. It was most migrants are male usually, and so I don't think inducing high birth rates is a direct result of the migration. Now which of the following is the most densely populated region of the world? Most densely populated region in the world is tropical region. Late 19th century emigration from Europe took place mainly due to overpopulation and industrialization. Emigration, that is exit, okay, from Europe took place due to overpopulation and industrialization. I think I searched it and I got this answer, option C. I think I can't remember exactly. Okay, now basis and types. This is very easy. Distance and migration types. Actually it is asking for classification of migrants. So distance, that is that will be long or short, causes will be economic or social, number will be individual or mass, and time will be temporary or permanent. Which of the following emphasized on propulsive farm? Growth pole theory emphasized on propulsive farm. Population explosion in developing countries in the post World War period was mainly due to rapid decline in death rate. 76, do check. 75, option number 75, sorry, question number 75. Which of the following does not alter the total size of the population of a country? So that is internal migration. Agglomeration of industries offers cuts in production cost. In industrial location theory, equivalent transport cost from the source of raw material known as isoteam. Okay, and isodepend is the total cost curve. Isoteam is the only the transport cost curve. Non-conventional sources of energy comes from the definitely tidal energy. In settlement patterns, dwellings that are located in larger area without any particular pattern are classified as dispersed settlement. Concentric theory of urban morphology was proposed by Burgess. And which one of the following is not a consequence of migration? Changes in sex ratio, changes in literacy and education, changes in age structure, changes in residence. Not a consequence of migration. Changes in literacy and education. Because all others can be changed, but the education of if the person is educated, not a consequence of migration. I think for migration, literacy and education won't get changed. Other options are far better. Direct consequence of migration, I think. Changes in residence. Yeah, when we migrate, there is a change in residence, change in age structure. When males migrate, so age structure. So usually youngs do the migration. So there will be a change in age structure also. Change in sex ratio. Usually males migrate, so there will be a change in sex ratio. So next, move to this next question. Settlements that occur near rivers, coasts and railways are more likely to be occur near rivers, coast and linear settlements. Definitely. World's population is growing rapidly since the industrial revolution due to rapid decline in mortality, birth rates exceeding death rates. This is also true. Faster urbanization, that is also true. So A, C and D is the world's population is growing rapidly since the industrial revolution due to faster urbanization. Urbanization is the result of population growth, not population growth occurs due to urbanization. So I think option A is not true. Now, increased pace of migration, no. So rapid decline in mortality and birth rates exceeding death rates. So option C and D is the correct here. Now question number 85. The demographic transition model was developed primarily to explain the social and cultural changes resulting from high levels of in-migration. No. Effect of population movement from rural to urban areas. No. Population changes caused by long-term changes in birth rates. No. Actually, yes. Effect of changing death and birth rates on total population. Yeah. Option D is the best here. Effect of changing death and birth rates. Both are considered in demographic transition model, birth rates and death rates and their effect on the total population. Now city region refers to one of the following: an area demarcated by government. City region, an area around the city to which the city has transport linkage, an area around the city over which the city exercises a dominant influence in relation to other neighboring cities of equal importance. So option C is the correct here. That is the city region, the influence of a city on its surroundings. That is the city region. An area of the city that supplies food and labor. No. Okay, 1887. So it is already 50 minutes. So let's I think it will be completed in 1 hour and 30 minutes. because there are 165 questions. 87. Consider the following and select the correct answer from the codes given below. A primate city is usually a disproportionate large city. Yes, true. A primate city is the one that is invariably religious center. No, a primate city is exceptionally large compared to the second large city. That is also true. And India has primate cities. But you can see A, C and D can be true right here. India has primate cities. But India don't have any primate cities, na? I mean, no one single primate city. I think India has multiple primate city like that. So A, C and D are correct here. The urban population of less developed countries are currently increasing at a faster rate than those of more developed countries. True, increasing at an equal pace with more. No, so option A is the correct here. बाकी सारे बेकार है. Maintain a gap in urbanization level that was seen post World Wars. No, increasing at a lower rate. No, resources that are found everywhere is known as ubiquitous resource. Okay, option B. And which of the following statement is not correct? Regions can be formal or functional. True, regions have definite boundaries. No, regions are hierarchically arranged. True, language regions common in India. So A, C and D are true here. Not correct, so option B is not correct. Regions have definite boundaries. No, that is not true. 91. Development of drought prone area program was launched during I think I read fourth 5-year plan. Fourth 5-year plan. Drought prone area program development was fourth 5-year plan. Check it. Enclave, that is territorial political extension of another state, that is exclave. Okay, and theory that says that whoever owns Eastern Europe and Western Asia has the political power and capital to rule the world. Our favorite heartland theory. Okay, and a zone of varying width separating states in which neither state exercises political control is defined as a frontier. Identify the incorrect statement. So threshold is the minimum population that is required to bring about the provision of certain goods or services. True. Range of goods or services is the average maximum distance people will travel to purchase goods and services. That is also true. The theory assumes that population is unevenly distributed in the area. That is not true. Simple basic services are of lower order while specialized services are of higher order. So option C is the correct here about the central place theory. Which one of the following is not an assumption of von Thunen's agricultural location theory? Farmers behave rationally to maximize profits. No. Products are transported after being processed. Which of the not an assumption in von Thunen's model? So farmers behave rationally to maximize profits. Yes, this is an assumption of von Thunen theory. Products are transported after being processed. I think no such mention like this in the von Thunen model. Transportation costs are dependent on the distance only. Distance only, I think this is the assumption, right? So can be true. Soil quality and climate are consistent. That can be true also. So I think option B here is the correct na. But you should definitely check once what are the assumptions of von Thunen and try to comment the answer below. So 97. Which of the following is or are Vidal de la Blas' most profound contribution to geography? So Vidal de la Blas, he was providing clearest insight into the weakness and deterministic arguments. So option D is correct. Only D, but regional geography can be a contribution of his to A and D. Option B can be, but I have to check. Anthropogeography is a branch of geography developed in the hands of Frederick Radgel. Then 99. Carl Ritter is believed to have been influenced by one of the following doctrines identified: teleology. Which of the following statements is not correct? Aravallis are a young folded mountains. No, this is a old folded mountain. So that is not correct. River Tapti is located south of Satpuraj. Yes. Narmada river flows in an old rift valley. Narmada river can be old rift valley. Yes. Majuli is a river island in Brahmaputra. That is also true. The new alluvium deposit found in Ganga valley is known as new. That is called as Khadar, I think. Okay, so I got a diagram where the sequence was it was shown. So if you search, it will get it easily. So do check that, huh? I think answer will be the Khadar, then Bhangar. Bhangar is old, and then Terai, then Bhabar. Then which of the following states has more women than men in its population? Kerala. Which of the following regions has maximum concentration of iron and steel industries? Chotanagpur. A Doab is a land between two rivers. Okay, 104 complete. Northwest India receives winter rainfall due to western disturbances. Himalayan mountain system belongs to which one of the following? Himalayan mountain system belongs to which one of the following? Pole mountain. Jojila Pass connects Leh and Srinagar. Check it, Jojila Pass. Which one of the following is the main difference between Western and Eastern Ghats? Continuity. The badland topography is associated with the river Chambal. Which system of rocks in India provides manganese in India? I think Dharwar. Okay, do check it. Which system of rocks in India provides manganese in India? Dharwar. During the monsoon, rainfall decreases from the Ganga Delta towards Punjab plains because the western region is too warm. Monsoon current moves westward along the Ganga plain and becomes progressively drier, and there is no major hills providing a barrier. The western regions enjoy a continental climate. I think option C or option B. So during the monsoon, rainfall decreases from the Ganga Delta towards Punjab plains. So it is the option B, because the southwest monsoon, when passes through the Aravallis, as Aravallis is located parallel to the wind direction, so it cannot create an obstruction, so there is no rainfall. So that is in the case in the western part of monsoon, no? Yes, and northeast, southwest. Yes, two types of monsoons are there, northeast and southwest. So when it is passing, but in case of Ganga Delta, when it is getting obstructed in the Himalayas and during rainfall, so it's getting drier, and when it reaches to the Punjab region, it cannot give rainfall. So option B is correct here, I think. Now 112. Which one of the following types of forest covers maximum area in India? That is tropical moist deciduous forest. 113. Green revolution in India has been most successful in case of wheat and rice. Which type of soil is formed over Deccan lava, gneiss and granite? Which type of soil? So there was a confusion. I did not get any perfect answer of this question. So do check. I think it will be the black cotton soil will be the best answer. Which type of soil is formed over Deccan lava or red soil? Gneiss and granite. Do check. Okay, 114. Dry farming is extensively practiced in dry farming where rainfall is less, so that is in the Deccan Plateau. India is the world's largest producer of bauxite, and Indian agriculture is typically characterized as land scarce, labor surplus economy. Option C. 118. The planning that gives the regional and local bodies greater freedom to formulate, adopt and implement the plan, that is called multi-level planning. The planning that gives the regional and local bodies greater freedom to formulate, adopt and implement the plan, that is called multi-level planning. 119. The provision in the 5th and 6th schedule of the Indian Constitution are made in order to determine the boundaries between the states. Now protect the interest of the scheduled tribes. Option number B is the true here. The Indian Constitution schedule number 5th and 6th protect the interest of the scheduled tribes. Okay, and 120. So how many small Himalayan rivers flow underground through Bhabar zone? You can see here Bhabar, it is the rocky area, and re-emerge on the surface, creating 15 to 30 kilometers wide marshy tract called Terai region. Then which of the following soils are more extensive in India next to alluvial soils? Next to alluvial, that is definitely I think red soil. And L. Dudley stamp used 18 degrees Celsius isotherm of mean monthly temperature for January to divide the country into temperate and continental zone in the north and tropical zone in the south. Western slopes of Western Ghats are mostly covered with tropical evergreen rainforest. The year 1920 was viewed as the year of demographic divide in India because fertility rates showed an excessively upward trend. After this year, there was accelerated migration of people from rural to urban areas. Mortality rate began to decline, leading to accelerated population growth. Demographic stability achieved for the first time after the end of World War One. I think option 1 is the correct here. Right, fertility rate showed an excessively upward trend after this year, that is called demographic dividend. Okay, do check. Then 125, which one of the following Indian state has the longest coastline? Gujarat. Rivers of Orissa have originated from 3 major sources. Find the one that is not the origin of these rivers. Okay, rivers of Orissa. Okay, so as it is a question paper of Orissa, so here it has some questions on from the Orissa state as well. Okay, so not very important if you are attending some all India level examinations. I don't think it now vast it will consider, but you can know for the purpose of knowing. Okay, for knowledge. Rivers of Orissa have originated from 3 major sources. Find the one that is not the origin of these rivers. Now Chotnagpur, Amarkantak and the Eastern Ghats, these are located nearby Orissa, but Malwa Plateau is far away from Orissa, so I think Malwa Plateau will be eliminated from the option. Which of the following rivers originate within Orissa but flow through other state? I think this Bansodhara, you will search it and you will get the Orissa government's official website and all things are listed there. So do check. Coastal plain of Orissa is the narrowest in the south. All but one of the following districts have more than half of their population consisting of scheduled tribes as per 2011 census, and identify the district. So I just did not search it. Which of the following district of Orissa has the lowest population density into it? I did not search it. And Orissa experienced highest urban population growth during 1961 to 71. And Dholkata Pahar in Kendujhar district is associated with the mining of bauxite. And then most suitable method to represent changes in population growth rate is line graph. Which of the following statement correctly defines skewness? So skewness is a statistical measure of symmetry in asymmetry in distribution. Option A is the best here. Okay, it is the asymmetry in distribution. Remember this key term, asymmetry in distribution is called skewness. There is positive skewness, negative skewness. Do search it and revise. Which of the following is a non-probable sampling method? So probable sampling method and non-probable sampling method. So this is snowball sampling is a non-probability sampling method. Baki stratified cluster systematic color probable sampling method. Which of the following is not an example of large scale maps? Not an example of large scale maps. So definitely this is a town planning map. Sorry, this is actually a large scale map, and so this is topographical map, cadastral maps, all are large scale maps actually. This wall map is a small scale map. Small scale maps means yes, small scale map means minimum detail, right? Large scale is maximum detail. Okay, and when it is called large scale, the RF scale will be smaller, say 1:5,000. When we will say the small scale, 1:50,000, right? So do clear the idea, large scale and small scale map. So which of the following is not an example of large scale map? That is wall maps. Now 137, bathymetric maps show distribution of atmospheric pressure. No. Physiographic features of the land areas airports for no. The relief of the sea floor or lake floor are useful for mariners. So option C is the correct here. Bathymetric maps are used for the relief of sea floor. Which of the following is not true in case of distribution map using dots? So dots used must be uniform size. Yes. Each having a specific value. Yes, this is true. Option A true. This form of distribution map is useful when values are distributed unevenly or sporadically. This is also true. You may get confused on this option. Baki you can eliminate, but this is true option. And dots should be placed in straight rows. Now there is no such rule, so option C will be the wrong. Size of the dots used in the map depends on the scale of the base maps and number of dots to be inserted. This can be true, so I think not true. Then option C is the most appropriate here. Identify the scale that must be used in a map if its size is changed by photocopy, that is graphical scale. The contour maps are the most common examples of isoplate maps. Contour maps are examples of isoplate maps. Now isochrone maps are most useful in mapping the isochrone, you know, chrone means time, so this is urban travel planning. And which one of the following is adopted to construct equal area or equidistant projection? That is cylindrical projection. So do read about the projections. I am also reading the NCERT book and I am uploading the chapter wise video, so you can check those too. Okay, I think I covered latitude, longitude, then projections also, so you can check the videos. Okay, now 143. In marketer projections, areas farther away from the equator appear disproportionately large. Which one of the following is not a property of map projection? Altitude is not a property of map projection. Which one of the following is not correct? Longitude is an angular distance measured in degrees along the equator, east or west of the prime meridian. True. On the globe, longitude is shown as a series of semicircles that run from pole to pole passing through the equator. True. Parallels of latitude become shorter poleward. This is also true. And parallels of latitude determine local time. No, latitude have no relation with time, only longitude can decide the time. Which one of the following about international deadline is correct? So you can see the vast coverage of the question paper. So this is the that's why I am sharing this paper, so that it will help you to revise all the topics of geography, I mean all the branches of geography. It will again make you realize that where you are lacking. Which one of the following about international dateline is correct? A traveler crossing the international dateline from east to west gains a day. So actually this topic is very much confusing, and I tried to take some notes, so just give a look at that note and I will share you something. So here they are asking about the correct statement. A traveler crossing the international dateline from east to west gains a day, right? East to west. So I think he will gains a day. I think this is true. And it is an imaginary line of longitude located roughly at about 180 degrees east or west of the Greenwich meridian. Now I searched it, and from the Byju's app they are saying that 180 degree is neither east nor west. So it is both na, but they are saying that this statement is wrong. But if you analyze, it is an imaginary line of longitude located roughly at about 180 degrees east or west of the Greenwich meridian. From Greenwich meridian, okay, the distance of 180 degrees same na, that is 180 degree. So you can think on that, and it follows 180 degree longitude line zigzagging its way through small islands, territories and nations. So this is also true. Then it passes through the mid Pacific Ocean. It is also true. So I am really confused with this question, which one of the following about international dateline is correct. Okay, do let me know in the comment section. And I tried to read on this topic, but only source, that is Wikipedia, is giving a detailed explanation of this thing, but that time mind was not fresh, so I did not read that. I kept it for sometimes later I will read it, like that. Okay, so that's it. And the wording sometimes varying, and it increases the confusion, you know. Somewhere it is written, if a person crosses international dateline from west to east, he subtracts a day. ओके। नाउ सब्सट्रैक्ट हो गया तो फिर डिडक्ट हो गया ना, आई मीन आई लूज अ डे फ्रॉम वेस्ट टू ईस्ट, नाउ हियर इट इज से ईस्ट टू वेस्ट, सो गेन्स अ डे, तो डेफिनेटली उल्टा होगा। नाउ इफ ही क्रॉसेस द लाइन्स फ्रॉम ईस्ट टू वेस्ट देन एड्स अ डे, सो गेन्स अ डे ना, एड्स अ डे, like this, or I am interpreting it wrongly, I just confused, so I will take time and definitely I will read on it and I will share a video, detailed video on the topic. I will try to share a detailed video on the topic. Okay, leave it for now. In a question here, Likert scale is used as a closed response question. Okay, so do read about Likert scale. You know the rating scales are called Likert scale. Okay, so it is a closed response questions because you have to choose from the given options, that is a closed response question. Focus group discussion is a technique of data collection carried out with this one is the correct answer, a small group of respondents led by a moderator on the specific research issues. A topographical sheet numbered 53A includes areas covered by 1 degree of latitude and 1 degree of longitude. So there is a table available on the internet, do search and read that. Then million sheets have a scale of 1 inch to 4 miles. Okay, million sheets have a scale of 1 inch to 4 miles, I think. Do let me check once. So sorry, million sheets have scale 1 inch to 16 mile. Then next comes the degree or quarter sheet, that is 1 inch to 4 mile, and then comes half inch sheet, that is 1 inch to 2 mile, and then comes inch sheet, that is 1 inch to 1 mile. So you will get this information from the table, do search once. Okay, so here the answer is option A, million sheets have a scale of 1 inch to 16 miles. Now 151, we are almost at the end, there are 15 questions left, so keep patience and do complete the video. RF of 1 is to 50,000 refers to a scale, that is, you see, RF of 1 is to 50,000 refers to a scale that is 1 centimeter on the map equal to 0.5 kilometer on the ground. So here you need to remember that that table, kilo, hectare, decameter, deci, centi, milli, that one. So you are going to reverse from centimeter to kilometer, so you have to divide the number by 1 lakh, right? So then spacing of contour lines in a slope sheet depends on steepness. Obviously, on a topographic map, a contour line that is thicker than the rest and usually labeled with the elevation that it represents, it's called index contour. And read the statements below and find out the one that is correct. So an outcrop, here you need to know the definition of outcrop. So an outcrop is a rock column exposed at the surface, whether naturally or artificially. Option C is the correct here. It can be exposed artificially or naturally. Okay, outcrop. What is an outcrop? Rock outcrop. Then direction of the line formed by the intersection of a rock surface with a horizontal plane is called strikes. So this is also an important concept, deep and strike. Okay, do clear that. Then lines connecting places of same mean value of cloud cover is called isonaps. Rainfall received in the 5 stations is given below. So here you need to calculate average, that is mean. So do revise the formulas and do the maths. Okay, here it is given a question on median value and here it is given a question on mode value. So mode value, so mean, median, mode is very important. Then measures of dispersion is used to test how the distribution varies from place to place. Yes, okay. Measure the extent to which a distribution is stretched or squeezed. So this is the correct answer, option B. Measure the extent to which a distribution is stretched or squeezed, that is the measures of dispersion. Other options, measures the difference in mean, median, mode and values from a distribution. Describe relationship between two variables. So basically if you search this question you will get this exact answer, option B. Key measures of dispersion is used to measure the extent to which a distribution is stretched or squeezed. Dispersion, okay, how much it is deviating. Then coefficient of variation, its definition is mean square deviation. So coefficient of variation is calculated using the values of mean and standard deviation. Option C. Now a correlation coefficient for two variables such as cultivated land and food supply reveals definitely the strength or degree of relationship. Option D here is the correct, degree or strength of relationship between the two variables. And 163, so the line described by the regression equation attempts to, so we already called that is least square method, right? Regression equation, least square method. So this is pass through as many edge points possible. No, this is not correct. Pass through as few points as possible. No. Minimize the points it touches. No. Minimize the squared distance from the points. Okay, the line described by the regression equation attempts to minimize the squared distance from the points. The refractive index of the ocean 1.31 to 1.5, right? So what is refractive index? Do search and read. Refractive index is basically when the light of rays fall not falling vertically, that means it falling obliquely, so there will be a refraction, and that is called refractive index. So the refractive index of ocean increases with salinity and decreasing temperature, right? So here no point is saying that in refractive index of ocean water is increase with decreased temperature, but here it is saying that increase with salinity. So option number A will be correct. Other options are wrong because it is increasing with salinity, so definitely option B is correct. Decrease with salinity, no. And here you can say I said it is increases, refractive index increases with decreasing temperature, but here it is said increases with temperature, that means when temperature increases it increases, but no. And here it is said decreases with temperature, so if temperature increase refractive index will decrease, but this is the true, na? This is also true. If temperature decreases then refractive index will more. Okay, so here nothing saying that. Quite confusion, na? Okay, so I think option A will be correct here, because the refractive index of the ocean, I searched it and I got that it increases with salinity. So direct statement increases with salinity is given here, so just mark the option A. 165, this is the last question. I quite moved hastily, so that because the video is getting so much long, I will face problem for storage as well as during uploading. That's why I am doing a little hurry. So last question, 165, the instruments which provide electromagnetic radiation of specified wavelength or a band of wavelengths to illuminate the earth's surface are called active sensors, right? So what is active sensor? They have their own lights. The instruments which provide electromagnetic radiation of specified wavelength or a band of wavelengths to illuminate the earth's surface are called active sensors. So here it ends. I hope you will get some benefits if you have watched the video till the end from the beginning. Note the questions, note the topics, clear the concepts, and do rock in the exam hall. Best of luck. Thanks for watching.